The City of Witches, Episode 28, Capo di Tutte, Chapter 2. Walking through the fairy realm was mesmerizing for Sarah. She was looking in awe at the beautiful tree-like architecture, and in confusion at the signs written in a strange script she couldn't read, and at all the people they were passing by on the street. In fact, there was something strange about them. They were all about the height of Sarah and her friends, but there were wings on their backs. "Are those fairies?" asked Sarah. "Yes, seems obvious, doesn't it?" said Angelo. "Then how are they as big as us?" asked Sarah. "You shrink when you travel through realms," said Ursula. Sarah jumped. "What do you mean, shrink? How? How can we back to our normal sizes?" "Don't worry, you're going to be fine once you return," said Giovanna. "Well, that's a relief," said Sarah, and went back looking around the city. The confusing signs actually reminded Sarah of something. That little mysterious slip of paper that the official put in her passport. It was written all in the same writing the street signs were written in, and had a strange red stamp. "What's that?" Sarah asked about the paper. "Make sure you don't lose it," said Angelo. "It's your entry permit." "Entry permit?" Sarah was surprised. "They don't stamp your passport?" "Well, not every country recognizes the fairy realm stamps," said Angelo. "There even were cases where people got their passports invalidated because of them." "Oh, now I see," said Sarah. "It does sound kinda like a big deal." "Anyway, what are our plans?" asked Giovanna. "Maybe let's visit Ursula's sister first," said Angelo. "I think she lives closer than my client." "And who is your client, if I may ask?" said Ursula. "Kind of a big shot in the fairy mafia world," said Angelo. "Canimfelli Hisha Omiak himself." Ursula couldn't believe what she heard. She recognized the name of the Canimfelli from the letter her sister sent her. The person her sister was so afraid of as to cut communication turned out to be Angelo's client? How? How was that possible? And what did he want from him? "Did he tell you what he wants?" asked Ursula. "No, he wanted to do it face to face," said Angelo. "Well, I just hope he has a good translator." The longer Sarah was walking through the fairy city, the more unnerving things she had seen. It seemed that the people on the streets were walking carefully and with paranoia. Above the ground, there were fairies flying in heavy clothing, holding guns in their hands, and the passing fairies were always greeting them with forced smiles. "I feel strange," said Sarah. "How much more do we have to walk?" "Not much," said Angelo. "We're almost there." Soon the party reached Canimfelli's mansion. Compared to the rest of the city, it was mesmerizing. Giant marble white castle-like building built in a style inspired by Art Deco. Statues of characters for sure. It was really contrasting with the poor-looking shops it was surrounded by. Sarah felt awe, but couldn't pinpoint if it was from amazement or fear of the person living inside. "Here we are," said Angelo. "Boy, he made a mess. I wonder how much he pays to clean this log." "Big fortress, isn't it?" said Sarah. "From the letters Lily sent me, I have read that Omiak has built it to protect himself from his enemies," said Ursula. "And if I remember correctly, he has several." "Maybe that's why he wanted to see me," said Angelo. "All right, let's go." Angelo pressed the button next to the gate, and a loud bell could be heard from the roof of the mansion. Angelo and the girls were waiting for the gate to open. It was a long wait, which was to be expected since it was an enormous mansion with a giant garden. Giovanna noticed that Ursula was worried. It was very subtly visible on her face, but she was also rubbing her hands together in nervousness. "Is something happening?" Giovanna asked Ursula. "I am simply worried about Lily," said Ursula. "I want to make sure she is safe. I do not have any idea what she was writing about in her letters. Giovanna understood her friend's worries. She tried to calm her down. Don't worry, we're going to visit her soon. I really hope that she is fine, said Ursula. Ever since she became a fairy, she seemed so happy and radiating with energy. I have an idea, said Giovanna. Would you like to go visit her as Angelo will be doing his business? Yes, said Ursula. Yes, please let us go to her. I just need to talk to her. Fine by me, said Angelo. Hey Sarah, would you like to go with them? Um, yes, said Sarah. I'd like to actually see how it is to live here. Wonderful, said Angelo. Now, when in the world might this gate... Angelo did not finish his thought because the gate had opened. There was a fairy woman peeking from behind it. English or Moonwingen? The fairy said. English, please, said Angelo. Very well, said the fairy, and opened the gate to the end. I am sorry for the wait. Mr. Canimfelli Hisha Omiak is already waiting. For some reason, the fairy's voice sounded similar to Ursula. She looked at the translator who greeted Angelo. She would recognize this face everywhere. Lily! Ursula shouted and ran to her sister. Lily was shocked at meeting Ursula. What are you doing here? She asked her sister. I was so worried after your last letter, said Ursula. I came to see if you are okay. The letter read, as if you were in grave danger of some kind. Lily was conflicted on what to do. She wanted to keep some details of her life from Ursula, but since she was already there, it would soon all be revealed anyway, so she simply hugged her sister and shed a tear. So it seems we've found her, said Giovanna. Oh, are you here too? Said Lily. Ciao! Are you with him? Lily pointed at Angelo. Yes, said Angelo. Your sister's friend is my girlfriend and we all came together. Good, come in, quickly, said Lily. Angelo, Ursula, and Giovanna crossed the gate. Sarah tried to cross it too, but just then Lily pointed something at her. A pistol. Sarah froze from fear. Who are you? Said Lily. Ursula noticed what Lily was doing and jumped. She was confused at her sister's behavior. Why was she aiming at her friend? Hey! Angelo screamed. What did I tell you? We're all here together. Lily turned her head to Angela and put her gun back in her pocket. I'm sorry, said Lily. Omiyak told me to look out for spies. Anyway, let's go. While Angela followed Lily inside without any trouble, the girls were shocked by what Lily had done. They followed the ferry with uncertainty and anxiety about what was happening in West Monwing Island and what was to come.